Hi budget audiophiles, it's Iceberg, and before we talk about the Belle, I wanna give away these IEMs and it's pretty easy to get them. All you need is a like, subscribe and comment, and I'll announce the winners in a couple of videos. Good luck to you all. And now guys, let's talk about the Belle. So the Kiwi Ears Belle is a $30 IEMs equipped with a single DD driver with custom diamond-like carbon diaphragm, CNC metal faceplates, and a pretty good serial cable, with a choice between 3.5mm with a mic and a Type-C for extra cost. Well, let's find out what Kiwi Ears prepared for us in their budget model. Let's go! And before we begin, I wanna thank Kiwi Ears for providing the Belle for this review. All the purchase link I leave in the description below the video. Don't forget about the giveaway and buy only from reliable stores. But now guys, without further ado, let's get to the review. Okay, look, Belle comes in a tiny box with a Kiwi Ears design, an image of the shells and the model name on the front. On this side we can see the main specs, and on the back there is info about the manufacturer. Actually, just looking at the box, I wouldn't say that there are $30, except for the small size. By the way, this box is perfect for Christmas gift, so keep it in mind. Inside the box we find the Belle shells in a foam, then a 2-pin cable with 3.5 plug, and a bag with the ear tips. Regarding the Belle cable, this is probably the highest quality cable I ever seen in a budget IEMs. It's thin, flexible and lightweight, but creates a slight microphone effect and tends to get tangled. It has metal fittings and 2-pin connector with colored channel indicators. Also, keep in mind that you can get Belle with a mic cable or Type-C connector. And the included ear tips is 2 sets of standard Kiwi Ears OEM tips. The only one difference between them is that the black ear tips are taller with a narrowed bore and a slightly rounded shape, which might fit you better. But I use the white transparent one with this set, as they fit me way more. Returning to the shells, the Belle is available in a black opaque and silver with a transparent resin, which I have. And that's cool, because I like to look at the inside of the shells. And if we zoom in, we see a pretty simple layout with a 10mm DD near to the nozzle and 2 wires connecting to the 2-pin socket. Okay, the design here is straightforward, and aesthetically, on the front panel we can see an aluminum plate in its natural color, with a small Kiwi Ears logo. On the opposite side, there is a tall but narrow nozzle, which is suitable for those who suffers from the wide nozzles. On top you can see the model name and channel indicators, and on the side there is a 2-pin plug. As for the shape, it's worth mentioning that they are small, so suitable for everyone, including kids. Belle has a standard shell shape, without any weird angles inside, which I really like. Inside they fit securely and deeply, don't stick out, and don't cause any discomfort. You can sleep, do sports, play games, or just enjoy the music with them. Alright, based on the graph, Belle is a bright V-shaped, kinda like a Harman-ish IEMs, with the bass region raised by 8 decibels related to the mid-range, which is pretty normal for bassy IEMs, and you can literally feel it. But if you think the bass is everything, you're wrong, because there is also emphasis in a lower mid-range that adds depth and density to the male vocals and strings. But then there is the mid-range. I mean, it's, let's say, a little flat, which takes away from some energy of the vocals and instruments, but the sharp rise to the upper mid-range particularly brings it back. The upper frequencies are tight in themselves, but with a strange peak at 80 Hz, which is not actually noticeable in a real listening, and an extreme fall after 12 Hz, taking away the air and resolution in the treble. If you compare this graph with the Cadenza for $39, the tuning here is roughly the same. But if you take a closer look, we can see that the Belle is bassier and the vocals sound much better here, thanks to the emphasis on the lower and upper mid-range. Meanwhile, the Cadenza has a slightly more balanced mid-range and more refined treble. But overall, the tuning here is pretty similar. Okay, in reality Belle sounds like a meta-tuning in the budget segment, and when I first listened to them, I was really impressed with their sound. I mean, the first thing you notice is that they're really balanced and smooth sounding, but slightly bassy, which doesn't create pressure. The tonal balance here is somewhat warm, which is especially noticeable in the vocals, but it doesn't drown out. On the contrary, it's quite lively and detailed for its price. Yet their V-shaped nature is noticeable here, and the drop after 12k Hz doesn't do them any favors. Because of this, the edges of the range are more emphasized, and the soundstage feels more compact and intimate rather than wide and airy. But in fact, after detailed planars and hybrids, it was relief for my perception. I simply stopped picking out micro details and nuances and started listening to the music as a whole, catching the vibe rather than analyzing every sound. For most of the time, I listened to an energetic modern genres with them, such as various types of pop, hip-hop, EDM, even trap or rap, and actually they performed very well here. They sound engaging and tireless, and doing exactly what the people buy them for, providing enjoyment from the music rather than the audiophile headache. The bass in the Belle is one of the things that at the first glance might not attract too much attention, but upon closer listening, it turns into one of the key aspects that defines the overall sound. Even though it's not a bass head, the bass in a Belle has its own unique appeal and works well for a lot of genres. Obviously, this is not a neutral bass, but more fun for enjoyment. It's rich, meaty, with good slam and rumble, has good depth, but at the same time doesn't overload or bleed into the mids. It's really rich and has a good bass texture, which makes the sound neutral and organic, but without excessive roughness or sharpness. Bass guitar, synth, or drums are well defined here without losing their density and energy. Moreover, subtle nuances of the bass, such as small harmonics or vibration, are audible in the Belle, which adds richness to the sound. On bassy tracks such as hip-hop, EDM, or trap, Belle prefers a controlled, impactful bass. However, it won't feel like a huge vibration, but will still be noticeable enough to emphasize the rhythm of the track and make the sound more dynamic. The mids in the Belle are warm, rich, velvety, and slightly intimate, but vocal-centric with emphasis on emotion and comfort. Thanks to the V-shape tuning with a warm bias, the presentation here is musical and the sound feels physical, alive, and very humanity. Voices are especially well reproduced in the Belle. They are pushed forward and sound closer, but without shootiness or sibilance. Male voices sound wagey, deep, and rich, with excellent low-end reproduction and warmth, while female voices are silky, gentle, with a slight warmth and good detail. The instruments in the mids hold their own too. Strings sound velvety and soft, guitars are rich and textured, and the piano is just warm and melodic. Now, if you listen to complicated music with tons of instruments and quick changes, the Belle can get a little muddy here. Because of its V-shape, some of the mid-range sounds might seem a little bit far away. So even though you can still hear the details, everything might sound a little bit cramped and less clear. The treble in the Belle is smooth, polished, and not harsh at all. Because it drops off early and doesn't have any harsh spikes, it's easy to listen to for a long time without getting tired, and it's great if you don't like really bright treble. It gives you just enough air and sparkle to sound neutral without making things sound harsh or hissy. This makes the Belle super comfy to listen to. You can crank up the volume and listen for hours without your head getting hard or tired. Comfort is top priority here. In terms of detail, this is good budget treble, where you can hear the texture of the instruments, but without hyper-resolution and analysis. The soundstage in the Belle is medium-sized, with clear emphasis on intimacy and coherence. It feels slightly wider, but not deeper or higher, while remaining very focused. This is neither a claustrophobic nor an out-of-head effect, which is often produced by planers or hybrids, but rather a balanced and natural sound. The vocals and main instruments sit slightly forward, creating a sense of presence, while peripheral elements such as echo, reverb, and sparkle expand to the size of the stage, adding a bit of spacious. The separation is good here, where in simple moments the instruments are clearly separated, but in busy passages, the bass sometimes slightly makes the details, and everything can become slightly congested. It's not muddy, but it's not perfect transparency either. However, due to the intimacy and no so large stage, imaging here is not of the strongest point. So the sound seems simplified in terms of localization, perceived as just right and left, without subtle graduation in depth and layers. And that's why I can't recommend them for gaming. In conclusion, Kiwi Ears Belle is a real gem in an ultra-budget segment in late 2025, which won't break your wallet, and it's great pick for anyone looking for comfy, bassy, and emotional daily driver. Honestly, for me, Belle is a real update from the old Cadenza, but damn, what a successful one. The sounds become warmer, with more pronounced bass, and overall a smoother, more addicting, then you can stop to listening. For this price, which is currently $30 US, it's hard to find anything better. The Belle sounds balanced and neutral, so it's perfect for long listening sessions. It's great for most modern genres, whether pop, rock, jazz or electronic music on any devices, such as phone, PC or console. Of course, if you're a serious audiophile looking for super detail or holographic soundstage, there are more expensive models for you. But for ordinary boys and girls who wanna get top tier IEMs for a fair price, the Belle is a must-have. With them you can listen to music for hours on any sources and love every track. It's simple, balanced, fatigue-free sound, which is perfect for any genres. And what else do you need for the happiness? Thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to join the giveaway and good luck to you all. Hit the like to increase your chances to win and subscribe to the channel, because without doing that, you won't get the bell. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and bye bye.